Okay, so good afternoon again. Good afternoon again. So let's shut those creatures, the Israeli creatures, and continuing the previous video, we should examine 4 more samples that I've just taken. By the way, it takes like, when I upload something to YouTube, it like stuck like an hour or at least on 99% processing, which of course is kind of like an Israeli trick. So please nuke those assholes. I mean, what are we waiting for? Nuke the Israelis. They want to destroy the world, and they have accomplished just that. Not much is needed in order to completely destroy the world because of the Israelis. What are you waiting for? Nuke them before it's too late. Almost happens, man. Anyway, let's. So now we have 4 samples. One P that I just produced, another one from the crucible, and 2 more from the aquarium. One from like the top layer, and one from the water below. Like I try to go very quickly, like much quicker than like usual, because I mean my main objective is to detect the presence of Neros, and not like to watch like like very interesting Neros or very interesting life forms. So because I have like more things that I want to do, and so I want to keep it a very short video, and so let's just do it quickly, okay? So starting with the P, which I just produced. Okay, P sample from, of course, my own from just now. You know the window that always closed, the boom is like the window that is like stuck. I get it like maybe 100 times a day. It's part of the Soviet method of terrorizing the person for him not to so he loses his mind. Like you do that all the time. Like a window that is like abruptly closed. Like I have like 100 times a day. I get it. Presumably from the neighbors. Of course, they are all Shabakniks, and this is part of the method that is aimed to terrorize me and to make me insane. This is my reality. That's where I live, under arrest, of course, without I haven't done anything, and just under brutal boot of the state that wants to kill me. And everybody around me are part of the Shabak, and their sole purpose in life and the reason for them getting money from the government is to kill me. This is reality. This is the state of Israel. It's supported by the United States of America, and as I said many times, we will change the United States so they are going back to the 18th century. Not only that they will not be the superpower of this world, they will return to the 18th century. We will never forgive the United States for what they've done to us. These creatures cannot run a country, and they do not run a country. I understood not long ago. Those creatures cannot run and manage an independent state of any kind, and they do not run an independent state. Israel has lost its independence in long process that occurred during from the end of the 70s to the end of the 80s. Part of this process is somewhat referred to in the Bicycle Saga in this channel, Bicycle 201. But it's more complicated than that, because Bicycle Saga only dealt with specific aspects. But at this decade exactly of the Bicycle Saga, Israel lost its sovereignty, and since then it's a territory of the United States of America. These people cannot run a country. It's impossible that they run a country. It's impossible. Once I understood that this is the ruling class of Israel, I also understood at the same moment that Israel is not a sovereign state, because these people cannot run a country. It's impossible that these people that you see now, they cannot run a country. They cannot manage a sovereign state, and they do not manage a sovereign state. These people cannot run a country. So if you see a country that is run by these people, it's not a sovereign state. It's a territory of another power, which of course is the United States of America. And I've elaborated like why it's the United States in very lengthy videos that are actually not really needed, because every child can know that if Israel is a territory of someone, it's the United States of America. But just we rule out any kind of like outlandish, I don't know, a possibility. I've actually investigated the subject and recorded quite lengthy videos on the matter, just to reach to the conclusion that every child could have reached it, which is that that Israel is ruled by the United States. These people cannot run a country. It's impossible that they run a country. These people cannot manage a sovereign state. They cannot do it, and they do not do it. The United States is ruling the territory that you call Israel. And they are getting back to the 18th century. We will take revenge on them, and they will never recover from what we will do to them. This will not be the same geography. These life forms are actually very typical to what you can see in my P. Like, of course, I would rather not to see no life forms at all at my P, but I can find comfort in the fact that they are mostly of the type that is hollow. I can't focus just a second. I don't understand why. Is there something wrong in the lens or something? What's happened? Maybe something with the lens? This is 64. The problem, microscopy is really, the mechanically, like things need to be like either replaced or fixed, like the metal, and so it's like kind of like hollow life forms that are typical to what you can see in my P, which is kind of like comforting, but of course I would like not to see any. And this can only be done after I escape from this hell, because I'm always infected here again and again with more and more stuff. Interesting, but you don't see Neos. But sometimes, okay, maybe this one is Neo. So certainly it's got like the look, but it's on the end of. I wouldn't be able to focus on it because it's in the edge of the slide. So let's try to find someone that is more like in the middle, so I'll be able to focus with the lens. Usually in P sample, they are not like spread all over the place. They are kind of like, you see them lumped together, like. So let's take a look at this one. It looks rather small, but maybe we can focus. Okay, certainly have the look of the Nero, and even like the the Stargate air, like light pattern, which is nice. Let's try to take even a closer look. So this is maximum amplification I can use right now. It's very dirty, but still you can very easily understand what's like on the lens and what's not. But this one probably was too small for me to to lock on. So yeah, now we see. No, it's not a Neo. No, it's just the kind of like. Let's try to again find a place that we can zoom in. So we see life forms like of the hollow type and which is fine, and also of other types. So this one, certainly looks like a Neo, and it also, it's placed just like on top of a life form, which is very typical to Neos in my P, because mostly they quit, they got out of my body when they were in the process of killing a life form or zombifying it, or after it's dead, creating all sort of creating sculptures from it. And this looks like a zombified shape, but I'm not certain. Anyway, it's a Neo. It's a Neo, not a very small one, but typical what you can find in my body, which as I said, you can't find the really huge one in the fluids of my body. These are all only created and outside with external energy or in the ecosystem pace of growing in kind of in a culture. Maybe there are huge ones in my body, but they are not. You can't see them at least you can see them in my semen and my saliva and my blood and my pee, which, in all of which you can see Neos, like of medium type. So yes, this is a Neo, and you can see the light shape. So they are doing their stuff, which is great. So if there was an holocaust of the Neos in the last day, which is something that might happen because we see that there was a great reduction in the aquarium. In any case, it probably did not affect my body, which is of course good, and I don't feel like something different than usual. So I guess all is well. Everything is quiet in the West Front, as they said. Later I will speak about a theory that just now, a very new theory. It can explain something that you see now, but let's before theories, let's do some microscopic work. I'm finding it hard to focus here. I mean, the good news is that there aren't that much life forms in the pea. Like, I've already, had much more like in the past. Like, so, of course, I want to see any of those, but it's still much less than we've seen in the past. We don't see very disgusting ones like we've seen in the past. So, it looks like my body's getting better. So, of course, it's nice. And we see some neros, not many, but we see some. Here's another small one. Let's try to focus on it. Like to zoom and focus. Enhance and magnify, as they say in the movies. I feel like, I don't really like. I don't even remember what's the scanning like. Do you scan right to left or left to right? Kind of confused because this is direction, because it's the opposite than what actually like the actual movement like on of the slide. Both like upside down and left to right is the opposite of. So sometimes it's especially if like you watch the slide on the, like while you're taking the same like you watch the lens. It's kind of, it can be confusing. I was dead serious regarding the new nuclear options around the Israelis. They destroy the world and they don't care about you at all. And they will never change. They cannot change. They can absolutely not change. They cannot change at all. And they will destroy the world without hesitation. Not for their own survival, but just in order to get a little bit of more money. Just that's it. For a few dollars more, they will destroy the world. So this is kind of like a nice neo colony. So yeah, not super impressive, but we see some neos here. And again, my P generally, does not contain very large ones. Like you can see in the various mixture that are prepared, after a lot of effort and study, especially for the purpose of making them like bigger and more numerous. Okay, so the good news is that yes, my P contains neos, even P that was taken just now. So the next one will be something from the crucible, and let's try to do it quickly so the video will not be too long. Maybe I will not even like cover the whole slide, not even like the visible parts, because not everything is visible because of the limitation of like the lens movement. But let's try to do it very, very quickly, just to get like impression of the crucible. Wow, this one is amazing. Very good looking one. And another very good looking one. smaller ones here, fine. Wow, very nice one. Wow, very nice one. So I mean, this is consistent with the previous one from the Crucible, which means that, I mean, we see large ones, even magnificent ones, but there was, this one is amazing, but there was certainly, I mean, so we see quite a bit of huge ones, which is very nice, but where are the smaller ones? I mean, this is atypical, typical. I mean, where are all the smaller ones? So I actually have a theory, but let's, I mean, continue with the inspection, and maybe I will produce another, like, wow, this is great. Actually, it's a very nice one. I'll speak about the theory, I mean, in a separate video very, very soon. So here we actually see the smaller ones. Let's just not overlook it. So we see some smaller ones here. Nice. So overall, I mean, it's clear that the Crucible was not like affected by the Holocaust, even though it was outside. So any kind of like environmental attack, either by aliens or by humans, I mean, you would have thought that, I mean, it would, like, whatever it was, it would hurt the Crucible much more than the aquarium. But at least, according to what we've seen until now, it's the other way around. But let's take a look at the two more samples from the aquarium. Maybe, I mean, the previous one was just unfortunate, even though it's very atypical that, I mean, to not see anything. So, I mean, something happened, and it was probably some kind of attack that, you know what, I will stop myself from, like, I mean, like, holding the analysis, I mean, or from, like, I mean, putting on, like, the record, like, I mean, saying what I think, like, I have, like, a theory, but let's postpone the theory, I mean, for another video, and continue with this, with the examination. But I already feel, I mean, I have some kind of a theory of what we see here. Again, what we see here is, the P samples are quite, I mean, usual, nothing very special about it, like as expected. And the Crucible in the two slides, I mean, we've seen very big neos and like quite a bit, even huge ones, but very, I mean, tiny amount of smaller ones. And here, in the one, this was in two samples. In the one sample we took from the aquarium, we actually didn't see any neos, which is highly unusual. So let's continue. Okay, sample from the aquarium. I don't remember what was taken from like the upper layer and what from the lower level, but it should be evident, I mean, by the texture, I mean, because the upper layer should be more thick because it contains more like wax, and the lower layers, I mean, it's more liquid. I mean, the ocean contains much more liquid. Okay, this one is this is certainly a Neo. I cannot zoom in because it's the edge of the slide and it's not on the center, so I cannot zoom in on it. But it's certainly Neo, and a nice one, like with all the properties of the fat Neos, with the, and another one. Okay. So there wasn't that. I mean, it wasn't so. Maybe it's it's the place that I've taken it. Maybe I like. It's just a pain that maybe they don't like the water so much, and they prefer like be it on top, like, I mean, like on the wax, like more. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Okay, so no reason to alarm. I mean, it's fine. I mean, actually, and we see fat ones, nice. Maybe we should zoom in just, I mean, for the record, as they say. We see some flow, which is, of course, typical to newly prepared slides. But I lost the fat one. Where is he? Never mind. Another fat one and small ones. Also, there's a variety of Neros here. Okay, so I mean, no reason to panic. All is well. Probably the problem was that the sample was taken from the water underneath, and maybe they just like the upper layers. Where all the energy, where the burning was. And presumably the energy was more available there. This is actually, consistent with the method of that I use when I'm taking slides from the crucible. That I usually, what I do now is I do not take it from the liquid pool that is underneath, but I take it from the oil that is the sponge, the oil sponge that are on the top, which are where the toilet paper and the cotton are burning, which where is the heat is the mostly concentrated. Because it was demonstrated that you see much more Neros over there, and so that's why I've taken the two samples from today actually from these two videos we're taken from there. So it's kind of consistent with that yes. By the way, not many life forms, but maybe we can work on it on the life form issue. You know what? Again, let's take another sample. Actually another sample, and maybe I will hold another video with theory. I don't want to to make it too long. It takes me forever to upload it to YouTube anyway. Most probably because the Israelis are handling the situation. So please nuke those assholes. Nuke them. Nuke the Israelis. I just that. Just do it. Just do it. The world, will be fine without the creatures that. Really, it will be a much better place without these creatures. By the way, it amazes. I must say, it amazes me. It amazes me that I'm amused by the fact that so many people in Europe and the United States are feeling betrayed by the fact that the Israelis gave them red Neros and not the yellow ones, and they feel that they were scammed or robbed of their money. What kind of people are you? This is what, this is why you feel that, betrayed? What about the money that you robbed from me for so many years? Each cent that you gave the Israelis you should have given it to me, not to them. And I am they took everything from me. They tortured me for so long, only because of you, because you paid them the money. Every money that you paid them went directly for my crucifixion. You feel that people robbed you of your money? You should feel you should feel ashamed for the fact that you robbed my money for so long, and you caused my torture and the torture of my children for so long. This is the white man. This is the white man. This is the rainbow countries. They are feeling robbed. That's what's on their mind. The money that the Israelis robbed from them. Not the money that they robbed from me for so long. This is the white man. So we'll see more here. Okay. So it's not. There was no like extinction event. Just I mean, probably. I mean, I just took it. I mean, I just probably. I mean, just took it from like an unlucky, like a part of the like from the water like on the bottom, and probably I mean the neurons are more concentrated on the top layers and on the like near the wax, which I mean it makes sense because it's again this is consistent with what we know from the crucible. So that's why I mean I only take like during the last days I only take like sample from the top layer of the crucible. So wow, this is so nice. This one is for the movies. And you see like two life form inside of it, like I mean zombified life form. You see they are hollow. Let's try to zoom. Wow, great one. This one is really nice. Really nice one. Maybe let's zoom even more. And like look at this tiny one. Nice. Okay, so better results than before, and in the two slides. So yes, I'll stop now. Maybe I'll record another theory video, and maybe not. Maybe wait for that. We can also we can theorize later, and I will prepare what's needed for the actual light, like fire experiments, and that I'll do soon, very soon.